In this video, I'm going to show you the most Googled hair extension technique worldwide that you can do at home yourself. I'm going to show you how to install clip-in hair extensions, and I'm also going to show you how you can make your own clip-in hair extensions out of the professional hair. Because remember, a lot of the time there is going to be a difference in quality between your normal clip-in hair and your professional hair. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam and I am a hair extension specialist based in Los Angeles. I love doing these full-length tutorials for you guys, and this has been one of your most requested tutorials. Let's get into it. Start off, we are separating exactly like how we did our tape-in hair extension. So if you haven't watched my tape-in video, definitely give that a watch, because the placement for this and how we section off is very, very similar. So I'm sectioning off behind the ear, and then I'm going to do the same on this side, sectioning off behind the ear. And you don't have to be extremely particular, because remember, with your clip-ins, they're not living in the hair for weeks. With your clip-ins, they're living in the hair for only a day, so a matter of hours. So you don't have to be incredibly particular. For my first section, I'm going to do it at the nape here. Alright, so I'm just going to pin this up out the way. Okay, this is my favorite hairspray to use. It is sexy hair and it is a strong volumizing hairspray, but it gives you a lot of hold, which is what you want. So I'm going to spray first. My clips are here, so I'm just going to tease this section here, and then I'm going to tease my section here. And you could just give it another little spritz. Then I'm going to take my clip and I'll pop it open, and then I'm going to go in from above. And that is my first clip in. So now I'm going to take my second clip in, about an inch up. So as you can see, the placement is really similar to those tape-in extensions. And if you want, you can just clean that section up a little bit. But again, it's clip-ins, so it's not the end of the world if it's not perfectly straight. And then again, same thing as before, we're just spraying. And now we're going to have 3 clips here. 1, 2, 3. So I'm just going to scoop up where that first clip is going to live, back comb. Scoop up where that third one is going to live, back comb. And then again, one more time here. And then again, a little spritz. 1, 2, 3. So it's going to sit here. Three. And now again, we are just following that same pattern here. And then we're going to spray. It's just repetitive. It's repetitive at this point, and then you can figure out if you want to do a 4 or a 3. Measure out the 4. I feel like the 4 might be a little too long, it might peak out. So let's go in and do another 3. So now we're going to work up to this row, and we're going to bring it all the way around now to the ears. So let's section her off. And this will probably be our last row in the back. So I'm going to do 1 inch above that, all the way around, and then just section that up. I'm going to do 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then a 2. So let's do the 2 first. And then I want to line that up. 1. 2. 3. Okay, so now we have 2 pieces left. So I'm going to figure out where I want to put these pieces. I'm thinking I'll probably do the same pattern as before, where I'm going to do one long piece around and then another one. I like to just measure it out before I put it in, and then that way I know if it's going to fit or if it's going to overhang. That was perfect. Spray, pop open those clips, and then 1, 2. And then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Whenever I'm brushing, I'm always holding the top of those clip-ins to make sure that they don't drag or pull out. And then we'll just let down the natural hair. And you can see the clip-ins give you incredible coverage. And then if you want, you can go in and cut them, blend them, layer them a little bit, and you're good to go. So I love making my own clip-in hair extensions for clients. The reason that this is a preference of mine is because it gives me the opportunity to use that professional hair that has a longer lifespan. So here I'm just marking out where I want to cut and put those clips. So this is a machine weft, and I'm able to get 3 rows out of this. So this would be that mini row at the nape, and it is going to mimic exactly how I would do an install on an actual client using this professional hair. I'd have a mini row and then I'd have 2 longer rows. So you can see I just marked out where I want the clips to be. For this one, I'm going to be using 2 clips, and then I'm just tying my thread onto the needle, and then I can begin by sewing those clip-ins into place. One thing that I'm using is just a single drawn thread, and I'm making sure that every time my needle passes through the little hole that's in the clip and then also through the weft, I'm going to be tying it into place and doing little knots. So what you'll see me doing is I'll be wrapping that thread around the needles like I'm doing here, and that just creates a triple knot that is going to keep it nice and secure. So I actually just repeat this a few times to make sure those clips stay into place. You really want to make sure that it's really nice and secure, because remember, when those client is putting those extensions in themselves, they're opening up the clip and then clipping it back down, opening up, clipping it back down. So you want to make sure that it's going to stand that test of time and it's not going to get worn down, you know, due to how much they're opening and closing that clip. So all I'm doing is wrapping the needle round the thread 3 times. It's a triple knot. I do this even on my Weft installs. It's a slip knot to finish off. I trim off the excess thread, and then can you see those 2 loose bits of thread? I'm then going to tie those together 3 times and then just cut it down as short as possible. It's actually really simple and really easy to make your own clip-ins. And honestly, if they have professional hair, let's say for example they had their wefts installed and then they decided that they wanted to make them into clip-ins, you can do this for them as well. It's really easy to do, and it's nice because you definitely get a lot longer out of this professional hair than you do if you order clip-ins. There's a reason for that price difference, right? And a lot of the times the reason for the price difference, why the clip-ins are more affordable than the professional hair, is purely down to the lifespan, and then also the fact that this pro hair, it's 100% Remy hair, 100% cuticle intact, it's double drawn, it's thick from root to tip, and it's made to last. And technically, if they wanted to, they could wear this every single day. They could style it, they can wash it, all the things. However, I will say with clip-ins, I would prefer them not to wear them every single day, purely because it is a lot of teasing involved, like you saw in that tutorial, and you're clipping it in, and they are heavier because you have that added weight of the clip, you have the added tension of the clip as well. So you wouldn't want them to wear them every single day and then maybe create bald spots, tension, traction alopecia, all those kind of things and problems that we can run into. Remember, clip-ins are a temporary thing. It's a temporary solution. A lot of the time I market it as for events, special occasions, weddings, etc. if they want a little boost. If they are someone where they are finding that they do want to wear the clip-ins every single day, then of course I'm going to steer them in the direction of a professional method, such as a sew-in weft. So now you can see that now I've done that, I'm just marking out on this where I would want those clips to be. So what I would do is I would have 5 clips on one and 4 on another. And where my finger is, that is where I'm going to cut. So I'm not going to sew these on because you get the idea, but that is how I make those professional clip-ins. Okay guys, so that concludes our full head of clip-ins. You can see it's super quick, straightforward, and honestly, it blends really easily. Because remember, with clip-ins, you're probably using about double the amount of hair that you would with professional hair. That's because you need a lot more clip-ins for it to blend. Remember, this is just a guide and it's my preference, but you can go in and install these clip-ins any way that you feel possible. If you want, you can even save some of those mini 2 pieces and put them either side of here, but it's a lot of room for you to play around with. That's why you get so many pieces. And for some people that have incredibly fine hair, I probably won't even need to install that much. This would be the maximum that you would install if someone has really thick blunt hair. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification button if you want to be made aware of more videos that I'm uploading. I upload every week and it's all full in-depth tutorials, all hair extension related. And this is actually tutorials that are answering your most asked questions. So if you have a question or something that you want me to cover next, leave it in the comment section.